So this is the the iPhone 17 Air, and if you think you're the only one disgusted with that design, you're probably not alone.
Hold up!
So it looks like Apple will be disappointing us this year, like the year before, and before, and before. The iPhone 17 is just days away, and you've probably have seen tens of videos speaking about it. But hey, I'm here today to give you the sauce, what others didn't tell you, what to expect, and what to avoid at all cost. So let's start. Let's start with a question. From those two iPhones, can you guess which one is the 16 and 17? Well, you probably can't tell the difference, because those are both an iPhone 16. Now, this is the iPhone 17. No, seriously, that's the real iPhone 17. You probably can't tell the difference either, but the change this year was in the size. The 17 will be a 6.3 inches instead of a 6.1. The thickness also changed, from 7.8 millimeters to 5.5 millimeters. If you flip the phone to the front, you'll find a smaller dynamic island instead of that sausage in the 16. And by the way, did you notice that iPhone is losing its hair with every release? I mean, he's not alone. Samsung too. Anyway, the 17 will also upgrades to a 120Hz refresh rate screen, gets an always-on display, and an improved front-facing camera. So those are the 17 upgrades. If you have a 16 or even a 15, just don't waste your money. Because for the first time in years, Apple is increasing the prices for the whole 17 lineup. And that's not an opinion or a prediction, it's directly from 9 to 5 Mac and some sources.
Knowing that there will also likely be a price increase. So if Apple follows their pricing from last year, that keeps the base iPhone 17 still at $800, it puts the Air up to about $949, the Pro at $1,049, and the Pro Max at $1,249, the cheapest one you can get.
So to summarize, the whole 17 lineup will either see a $50 or a $100 increase. Is it worth that money?
Hell no!
The the iPhone 17 Air, I definitely put it down here and skip it. Look, no offense, but this phone is just a robbery. Check out MKBHD's opinion before I give you mine.
I would just be insulted if I was an Apple customer and they were like, yeah, here's our much thinner phone that has much less battery, but it's the same all-day battery.
This phone can literally break just by looking at it.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
This phone's battery dies faster than your motivation. Okay, hear this out. This is the sound quality you'll get from the 17 Air. Why? Because Apple removed the bottom speaker due to the tinier size, so no place for the stereo speaker, and the sound will only rely on the earpiece speakers. So, to sum up, if you only care about your look when holding the iPhone, this phone will suit you well. Rather than that,
Run. Why are you running?
The Pro, unlike the base 17 and 17 Air, is where things start to change. And here is where I can start advising you to upgrade. The 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max will share the same design this year, though it would have been better if Apple changed only the Pro Max to make the Pro more recognizable. Size-wise, the 17 Pro won't really change from the 16 Pro, maybe a slight increase in thickness without considering the camera bump. The first upgrade that I think you'll actually find exciting is the new 17 Pro colors. The Pro will come in 5 colors, 3 usual ones, 1 unusual color, and 1 special color, or what Apple like to call the liquid ass. I mean, glass. This is a kind of gradient color that shifts its tint depending on the lightning or even under the sun if you are outside, and I think you know which one will sell best. The phone frame will be made from aluminum, moving away from the titanium used in previous model. But unlike the 16 Pro, most of the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max will be covered with this new material, including the camera, and that will give you a better protection when dropping your phone, so it won't shatter easily as the glass in the 16. The aluminum switch will also make the Pro models lighter, and will also save Apple few bucks, since it's cheaper than titanium. Wait, still not subscribed? Come on, bro. All you have to do is
follow the damn train!
Like and subscribe. The special feature about the Pro this year will be the reverse charging, which simply means that just with your phone, you can charge your Apple Watch and AirPod. But hey, it's still not clear if Apple will be Apple, and restrict this feature only to Apple products. But to be honest with you, knowing Apple, it's a 99% chance yes, and only 1% also yes. Of course, this feature will require a bigger and stronger battery. The 17 Pro Pro, unlike the 17 Air, will come with a 4,500 mAh battery, which is similar to the one in the 16 Pro Max, which means a longer battery life and stronger performance, especially with the help of the new A19 Pro chip. The camera performance will also get a boost this year. While it still uses the 45 megapixel sensor, same as the 16, this time all lenses will feature that same sensor, which in simple terms means better zooms, higher quality images, and 8K videos. And that's the bright side of that model. But it's also worth mentioning that Apple will make some changes in the storage option. The Pro has always been the only model with 4 different storage tiers to choose from, but this year, Apple is removing the entry level, the 128GB option, which means starting directly at the 256GB option. And that's one of the many reasons that explains why Apple is raising its prices. For this model, I can only say
Approved.
Most of what we said about the Pro also applies to the Pro Max with few exceptions. The same color options, same storage options, same thickness, same camera upgrade, same reverse charging, but the only change, a 5,000 mAh battery. That's literally the biggest and largest battery in Apple's history. You know, Apple is cooked when they celebrate something Samsung has had since 2020 and is available in their last 5 lineups. Anyway, if you're going for the 16 this year, I'd advise you to wait and not upgrade. Apple is a great company, but not every release is worth it, especially if it's $1,000. If it's your first iPhone, just go ahead. But
What about the Air?
anything except the Air. If you want to learn more about the base 17 and 17 Air, you can watch this video. Thanks for watching.